Hello, everybody. Hello, YouTube. Hello, art history enthusiasts and visual culture aficionados. It's me again, Miss M, and I'm back with yet another video. Once again, my good people, all 392 of you subscribers, it is time to shine. It's time to shine. It's that time again. Last time it was time to, again, 9 weeks, not 9 weeks, 9 days ago. Again, I expect to do a lot more videos, and I wanted to, but no. I've been up to my armpits and all kinds of stuff. But you all, I'm here. And we're going to shine again. Part 14 this time. I don't know what I'm going to title it. It's Understanding the Shining, Part 14. And we're going to go through, let's see now. I think it's, minutes 39 through 42. Of the movie. So, we're gonna pick up where we left off in part lucky number 13, the dead end in the labyrinth. And I've been very graciously invited by Dr. Luke and Gershom and whoever else to a little discussion group about The Shining and various subjects. Not just The Shining, but like a Kubrickian kind of discussion situation, and it's a lot of fun. You know, you guys, Dr. Luke, Gershom, and I think the other dude in there, I think his name is Rob something. Lots of fun, nice people. So I haven't been back after the first day, but I certainly did enjoy the first day. It's kind of like Twitter DMs, but like a little bit more, I don't even know what to call it. Like a little bit more organized, a little bit more topical. Like there's different threads that are dedicated to different topics that are designated by, I think, the discussion board moderator. I think that's Dr. Luke. Not 100% sure. But, thank you so much for inviting me. I appreciate it so much, you guys. And before we get going, I'm going to do church announcements at the end, but I do want to remind you, my shorts, not my underpants, no, but these. And I kind of picked a theme for this week, Stanley Kubrick photographs this week. I hope you've enjoyed them. I think this one just dropped like right now. This is the last one for this week. I love these. I love every single one of his photos. I'm enjoying this verily. I don't know what theme I'm going to pick for next week, if it's going to be David Lynch or I don't know, like movie stuff or art stuff. Maybe I'll pick an artist and just like do images of that artist's work. Not sure. Also, check out, always, don't forget, my community tab. I've been sharing my art history playlist. Latest track is Radiohead Street Spirit paintings. I've been enjoying. You guys enjoying. It seems like I've gotten a couple of likes from these. So, I put the Smiths. Right, another painting of the day called Dark Painting. Corn. This one seems to have got a good number, for my page, a number of likes. Def Leppard. Again, I put a Radiohead. And the reason I put this song is because to me, in my opinion, it has to do with my little theory regarding The Shining, regarding the Colorado Lounge, regarding all kinds of stuff. Like, I have all kinds of theories about all kinds of shit. Okay? Am I right? Probably not. But that's okay. I'm having a whole bunch of fun. Like, why not? Listen to this one. This, I put Tool Schism also. You get an idea of my musical tastes. With my art history playlists and stuff. But and also, you guys, I've got script slug. God, that's difficult to pronounce, but I've got it all queued up to where we're supposed to be in the movie which there's not a lot of dialogue in what I'm about to show you over here. But, you know, without further ado, let's get into it. This is where we left off last time. Today, for this presentation, I have 128 slides. This, and I mean, you know, it might be a short video, it might be a long video, I don't know. So you guys, it's time. So here we are, like I titled my last video, part 13, the dead end in the labyrinth, right? So here it is, you guys. They're going through the maze, the maze that I believe does not exist outside of the Overlook Hotel. I believe it's just not there. Like the song that I just showed you, Radiohead, How to Disappear Completely. I'm not here. This isn't really happening. That's one of the lyrics in the song. I really don't believe that this is going on. Now, this is all happening on the same day as, like, what, hold on, let me show you my last video under part 13. So we started that video like Wendy was still serving Jack breakfast, as you can see from this thumbnail. So we started with the breakfast in part 12, finished up with the breakfast in part 13. Okay, so that was what, a month after closing day, and I'm not sure, and I have no way of knowing for sure if I'm right, but like that means if the hotel closes on October 30th and a month has gone by, that means Halloween and Thanksgiving have passed them by in that month-long period. And here they are, like they haven't been getting any work done. Jack hasn't been doing much writing. She's serving him breakfast in bed at 11:30 in the morning. Okay, that's hardly breakfast time. That's more like lunchtime. But whatever. And then, you know, that goes into part 13 where she asks him to take her for a walk and he says, no, I should probably get some work done. And we see him not doing any work, just bouncing the ball off the wall in the Colorado Lounge. And then we see her and Danny go into the maze and just wander around, and we see Jack bouncing the ball, and that's where we are now. They're still in the maze. They're still in this maze, and Wendy, like, brought her camera. I would love to know why. Like, I think it's a Polaroid camera. I'm going through the slides. And they're going, you know, they're making their turns in the maze. Danny started off their trip in the maze with the ray gun thing in his hand. I don't see it. Like, where'd that go? Where did his ray gun go? I mean, is that he's wearing mittens? Yeah. I don't know if it's cold enough for mittens. I think, is she wearing gloves too? Looks like she might be. Both red. Okay, so I don't know what Stanley is trying to do with that. Yeah, they're both wearing red mittens, and that's her Polaroid there, but I don't see his ray gun. And I don't think that it had like a thing that he could hang around his neck, like a lanyard or whatever. But they're both wearing red mittens. She's wearing a red jacket and her like signature blue-red combination with the yellow shoes, you know, Timberland, whatever, boots. Again, this is very close to what Jack is wearing in the second half of the movie. The burgundy jacket with the jeans and again the yellow like Timberland style boots. But they have their little red mittens on. Again, red is the color of blood. Does that mean they have blood on their hands? I don't know. I do not know. But I'm just putting that out there. And Wendy, throughout this whole thing, like they're walking through the maze, the two of them, now she's holding his hand, I guess so he doesn't get lost, and she has like an issue finding him. She keeps saying over and over and over again, oh, isn't this beautiful? This is so beautiful. No, it's not beautiful. There's nothing beautiful about this maze. It's green. It's green, which happens to be what I have designated, in my mind, in my opinion, as Jack's color. Like I said, blue is Wendy's color, and possibly red as well. But red might not really just be Wendy's color. It might also be the color of death, color of blood. But blue is definitely Wendy's color, and green is Jack's color. We've seen him in green several times already in this movie. So, in my mind, in my opinion, when we see Jack in anything other than green, then maybe that's not really him in the world, in the real world, quote unquote real world of this movie. Maybe that's something else going on, and I won't say what I think it might be, but you know. Whew. Also, check out these triangles in the maze. Like, you can barely see them because they're so thin, but I think, and it's got like a little red like stick behind it, where you can just. I think this is to make noise so people can find you in the maze. If you get lost, like, hopelessly lost in the maze. And here's Stanley with his, I guess what I read in an article, his signature 1-point perspective. Okay. All right. I'm still looking for Danny's ray gun. It's not there. But also, I want to mention something. Right. So this frickin' maze. Okay. It is green, it is big, and it is ugly. And it is Jack's color. Like, green is Jack's color. That's one thing. Another thing, look at how perfect it is. Like, there's nothing beautiful in here. There's no flowers. There's no colors other than green. And it's very claustrophobic. What I want to know is, like, who has been maintaining these hedges? All right? Because, these are like basically enormous topiaries, bushes, shrubs, whatever you want to call them. And what these plants do, as far as I know, I mean, I'm not a gardener or anything, and I'm not like a landscaper or a botanist or anything like that, but these plants grow. Okay? I don't know, like maybe in like October, November, do they stop growing? I don't know. Please tell me in the comments if you know more about this than I do, because however much you know, even if it's a little bit, is probably a lot more than I know. Um, do do these stop growing? Like, somebody has to come in with like shears or a chainsaw or whatever to like maintain this, to make sure it doesn't get overgrown and whatever, trim all of this stuff and make it like perfect like this. These are perfectly flush maze walls. Like, they're perfectly flat on top. The walls are perfectly is it perpendicular up and down? Totally flat and perfect. Who is maintaining this? And why has this not grown in a month? If they've been there for that long, right? It don't make no sense, do it? It just don't. It don't, no. No, it don't make no sense. Like, this maze does not exist. So that, to me, and they're walking through the maze, whatever. Oh, the fade in is coming. They're walking through this maze. You know, is this really happening? That is my question. I know that sounds batshit crazy. I know it does, but like, it's not. I don't think it's any more or less crazy than some of the theories out there regarding this movie, so I don't feel bad about it at all. Like, I really don't think this maze exists. And if it did exist, like, who is maintaining this perfect, like, everything in this maze? It's hideous. There's nothing beautiful about it, but who is trimming all of this? This vast freaking maze. Who is maintaining this? And it's not Wendy. It's not Jack. I don't think. Like, does the gardener? I mean, even the hotel is closed. Like, do they have a maze guy come out and like fix all of this? I don't think so. Come on now. But anyway, they're turning a corner, and here's the fade in to Jack. He was just in the Colorado Lounge. We saw him being irresponsible and bouncing that ball off the wall in the Colorado Lounge. And here he is in the lobby, okay? Here he is in the lobby wearing blue jeans, a blue shirt underneath the blue jeans, I mean, underneath this sweater, sorry. And then on top is like this kind of brown sweater. I think it's brown anyway. Um, and bouncing his tennis ball, bouncing it high up uh, in the air, right? And then catching it, and then, he does his little move. Oh, he's having a great time, isn't he? If this is him, if this is him, if this is really him and not a representation possibly of Wendy. Okay? And that he throws the ball down the hallway, into this hallway like behind Ullman's office. And all of these chandeliers are switched on. Okay, so they're all, again, candles. Or fake candles, rather. So it goes down that hallway and never to be seen again, right? His ball is yellow. I think the ball that is rolled to Danny in the hallway in front of room 237 is pink, but we'll see when we get there. Also, I want to talk about, in this room, let me go back a couple of slides. Like when we see this, right? This I wanna look at this. Okay, like I could be wrong. But other analyses I've seen of this movie say, oh, this little, doll or whatever down here is I don't know what kind of, it's hard to make out. Is it a stuffed animal? Is it like a bear or whatever? Oh, that's where Halloran gets chopped with the axe by Jack later in the movie. No, it's not. Okay? Like, whoever said that, have you watched this movie? No, this is not where Halloran falls when he's chopped by Jack with the axe later in the movie. He falls like directly in this circle here, where Danny's tricycle is parked right now. Okay? There it is. This is where Jack waits for him behind this column, and then, as Halloran is walking around saying, "Hey, is anybody here? Is anybody here?" Jack jumps out from behind this column and whacks Halloran with the axe, and Halloran falls down right here where this tricycle is in this circle. This is Danny's tricycle. This little yellow thing back here, I don't know what it is, because my copy of this movie is like shit quality. But is that not Paddington Bear, but Winnie the Pooh? Because I see the yellow and maybe red. I'm not sure. Somebody tell me about that. If that is Winnie the Pooh, okay, if that is Winnie the Pooh, well, you know what that means, right? If this is Winnie the Pooh. If it's not Winnie the Pooh, then it means nothing. Maybe not nothing, but it doesn't mean what I'm thinking it means. If this is Winnie the Pooh, this yellow down here, then that's a representation of Wendy, because her full name is Winifred. Okay, and that's what Halloran asks her when he takes her on a tour of the kitchen. He says, "Oh, your husband introduced you as Winifred. Are you a Winnie or a Freddie?" And she says, "Oh, I'm a Wendy." And he says, "Oh, that's the prettiest." No, Wendy is not. I looked it up. You can look it up yourself too. Wendy is not an abbreviation or whatever shortening of the name Winifred. It's just like Halloran said. It's either she's a Winnie or a Freddie. Wendy? Give me a break. And again, Wendy, maybe she's named Wendy because of like Peter Pan, and like Alice in Eyes Wide Shut is named Alice because of Alice in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass or whatever. Okay, but we're dealing with the Winnie in this movie. She's the bear. Okay. And I'm going against, I know this is just sacrilege, this is blasphemy in the Shining community, like challenging the conventional quote-unquote wisdom regarding, what people say regarding their analysis of this movie. No, I don't believe that Jack is the bear. I do not believe that Jack is the bear in this movie. I think it's Wendy all day long, 100% Wendy, all the time. She's the bear. Whenever we see a representation of bears in this movie, it is Wendy. Yeah, and that includes that creepy ass scene when Wendy is running through the hotel later and she sees that like questionable ass shit going on in that hotel room with the open door, those, the guy in the tuxedo and the figure, whoever it is, in the bear costume. I do not think that figure is male. Why do people think it's male? There's no distinguishing characteristics. There's no way of seeing what gender that person in the bear costume is. Why does everybody assume that it's male? It might be female. We can see its butt because the trap door is open on the costume, but that's about it. Like, that butt does not look female or male. That's what I said what I said. When we see a bear in the movie, whether it's a stuffed animal or the bear costume or whatever, I think it's a representation of Winifred. Okay, anyway, this tricycle also is right in the same circle where Halloran falls after he's attacked by Jack. Whether or not that really happens in the world of the movie, I'm not talking about that right now. I'm talking about that scene, and this is, foreshadowing of that scene. And we're reminded, or not reminded, we're kind of, this is additional foreshadowing, this little brown figure on the floor. That might be a representation of Halloran, but visually it leads us. Like, look, all of these three items, this little figure, whether it's a bear or whatever, it's brown on the floor. So I do think this is Halloran, but this is where he dies, where in the circle where Danny's tricycle is parked. Okay, and then there's this yellow thing. Is that Winnie the Pooh or not? I'm not sure. But all three of these are like arranged in a pretty obvious line. All three of them. There are 3 points in a line. And the tricycle is in the circle where Halloran falls down and dies. Notice what is on the tricycle. Can you see that? Am I seeing things, you guys? Please help me. Please help me. Let me know in the comments. Check out the tricycle. Do you notice? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? And of course you can't answer me, other than in the comments. But this here, I'm circling it with my cursor. Looky. That seems to me, let me know if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But that seems to me like a Bugs Bunny doll. To me, that looks like a Bugs Bunny stuffed animal. I could be wrong. I see, like, the signature Bugs Bunny, like his body is gray, but his stomach and his, the lower half of his face is white. And then we see these ears with the pink on the middle of the ears. I think that's Bugs Bunny, and that goes back to the Doc thing, And who calls him Doc? Who's the first person to call him Doc in this movie? Halloran. So, like I talked about in my previous videos, when Wendy says, "Oh, how did you know we called him Doc?" And he says, "I guess I must have heard you call him that." And she says, "Oh, no, we haven't called him that since we've been here." No, Wendy, you've never called him that before, period. Stop making shit up. But anyway, so, he's now designated as Doc. Not by Wendy, not by Jack, but by Halloran. He's the one who we first hear calling him Doc. All right. And that's that. So Jack is bouncing the ball. Yeah, maybe this is a play on words. Maybe this is like a visual pun. Like, remember, if you were born after a certain year, like, you probably won't remember this. I mean, I'm not young anymore, but I'm not as old as dirt. But if you remember, like back in the 80s, remember Follow the Bouncing Ball? Do y'all remember that? If you're a certain age or over a certain age, right? Remember Follow the Bouncing Ball. And for you young people, I have to explain shit to young people all the time, and they've never heard of it. They don't know how an answering machine works. They don't no, they wouldn't. I don't think they would know what to do with a tape deck. That kind of thing. Follow the Bouncing Ball was like when they showed somebody singing a song on TV, and then the lyrics of the song would be like closed caption. The Follow the Bouncing Ball, like the ball would bounce from one word to another as the words were moving across the bottom of the TV screen. And sometimes it wasn't even like just words. It was like the ball would bounce on each syllable of the words, if I'm not mistaken. So that was like you can look it up on Google. Follow the bouncing ball. That's what it meant. Like you would follow the words as the person was singing it, and maybe sing along, especially if you were a child. I don't know if this was like on Sesame Street or just in general. Like, was it oriented just for children or everybody? I don't know, but follow the bouncing ball. Is that what Jack wants us? Jack. No, not Jack. Stanley. Is that what Stanley wants us to do here? Is Stanley, like, very strongly implying that we should follow the bouncing ball? And, if that's going on, if Stanley is basically wordlessly telling us, the viewers, to follow the bouncing ball, because, like, he makes a point of bouncing this shit, this little tennis ball, off the floor, and he watches it jump up, and then he catches it, and he does this little, cool little move, right? Like he's like a kid, like practicing, or having a daydream about like being a pitcher in the World Series or something. I don't know. And then look, he bounces the ball, right? He bounces it and he watches it as it bounces up, and then he catches it, and then he does this little twirl, and then look at this, and he, just like a baseball player, he throws it all the way down that hallway, and where does it go? It bounces off of something. I don't know if it goes to the left of the hallway, to the right of the hallway. Maybe I should have paid better attention. Y'all let me know if you watch this movie again. A better, like, crisper, sharper copy of it. My thing is like a mess. But like if you notice, like, where does the ball go? Like to the left or the right of this hallway? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Help us all out. But anyway, and like that's what I spent. Like I did my slides, I did my screenshots, and I PowerPointed them and everything. And I was like really seriously trying to figure out, is this yellow figure down here where Jack is hiding later on in the movie? And this is from where he jumps out when he kills Halloran. Is this yellow thing on the floor? Is it Winnie the Pooh? And this tricycle, you can see a little bit better, like we're getting closer to it. This looks like Bugs Bunny to me, right? And then there's this ball over here. What kind of ball is this? It's not a baseball. It's not a tennis ball. See, this is yellow. Is it a volleyball? Help me out. Help me out. Help us all out, that we can help each other. All right? And again, this figure down here, is this a bear or like a cat or a dog or something like that? I think the way it's lying on the floor, it does represent Halloran in some way, just because of the color. Halloran's a black man. This little, stuffed animal thing, it's brown. I don't know, right? And again, his tricycle is here. The Bugs Bunny doll is on the tricycle where Halloran dies, and where Jack jumps out, there's this, what looks to me like the Winnie the Pooh doll with the yellow parts of it. I could be wrong. Let me know. And if this, like I said, if this is a Winnie the Pooh doll, is this a representation of Wendy? I think it would be if it's Winnie the Pooh, or maybe even if it's not Winnie the Pooh, because the yellowness, and she's always wearing these yellow ass shoes. Okay, she's wearing moccasins. She's wearing Timberlands. She's wearing all yellow. Okay, and we're supposed to follow the bouncing ball. Okay, this ball bounced on down the hallway. We started out in the Colorado Lounge with this ball. And now here we are in the lobby with this ball. And the very climactic parts of this movie happen in the Colorado Lounge and this lobby. Like, a couple of the times where somebody's swinging an object at somebody, Wendy's swinging the bat at Jack in the Colorado Lounge, and then Jack swings the axe at Halloran in this lobby. Okay. And Jack comes in with the axe, the apartment upstairs. Okay, cool. Now, again, I want to draw your attention to the fact that all these lights are on. And we can see all the Z's on the top of these columns. Again, I think this has something to do with like the Zonen rune, right? Again, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. And Zonen. I'm saying Zonen, like Sonnen, Zonen, in German because of the like Futhark runes. I think this is it the Z or the S that is supposed to be the one that represents the sun. I'm not sure, but like, check it out for yourself. The lights are all on. These candles, fake candles, are all on. And then again, don't forget, Wendy and Danny are allegedly, in that maze that might or might not exist. Okay? And the maze happens to be Jack's color. The what I call Jack's color, green. Okay, he bounces the ball down the hallway. There goes. Wherever. It is hard to see where it goes. I don't know why, but it just is. And then he's like, okay, yeah, whatevers. And if you come to Los Angeles and you say whatevers, like, they'll think you're a native. Excuse me. Anyway, he goes on to, he approaches this scale model of the maze. Oh yeah, this is Winnie. Oh yeah, it's him. Now I'm 99% sure right now, but like I can see his little red t-shirt. Look at this. Look it. Oh my God. Now you all tell me if that's Winnie the Pooh, then we're on to something. We are on to something. Okay, there's Winnie the Pooh. That means, in my opinion, if anybody kills Halloran, it's Wendy, not Jack. Okay. There, I said it out loud. Okay, you heard me. You heard me. If anybody kills Halloran, if Halloran does in fact die, which that is questionable. I don't know whether or not he really dies, because like later on when Wendy's running through the lobby, like all of a sudden his body's not there. Like she sees it and like she screams and then whatever, but like later on when all those skeletons are in this room, yeah, his body's not there. Like, So if he does die, and if he is murdered, it's not by Jack, it's by Wendy. Anyway, Jack is now making his way over to the scale model of the maze, which I told you is in front of this window now, but in the beginning of the movie, it was in front of this window over here. Okay? So they moved it, like so many other things in this movie. He's making his way over there. His sweater's all disheveled. Ooh, and there's the goddamn baseball bat, the Louisville Slugger, that Wendy uses to like brain him, right? At the top of those stairs, like, and he's looking right at it, right? He's looking. Ooh, let me go back one slide. Okay, he's making his way to the thing, and this is hard to see. Look at, because it blends in so seamlessly with the sofa, with the couch, whatever you want to call it. I don't know, like, again, my viewers and listeners who are not in the United States, like, the United States is enormous. There's 50 states, and like all of those places have different ways of talking and different way. I mean, this is what you don't know about American culture if you haven't been here. And we have different things, probably just like every other nation on planet Earth. Different regions of the nation have like different colloquial things that they call different objects. So I grew up calling this a couch. I know it's called a sofa too, but like I'm more comfortable saying couch. Some people call it other things. Lord, geez, some people. I mean, this is very old-fashioned, but like I don't know, like what else did they call these things? Like in the old days, like a settee, or a divan, or a davenport, or shit like that. I call it a couch. Anyway, this baseball bat, the Louisville Slugger, is more or less exactly the same color as this couch. It's hard to distinguish. It's hard to see it. Like, you have to be looking for it. Like, I'm looking for shit. And that's why I'm doing, like, frame by frame analysis of this movie. It's kind of sticking out. This is what, like I said, a minute ago, well, not a minute ago, but like, this is where Jack is gonna use his axe to kill Halloran, if that in fact happens. And then in the Colorado Lounge, like I said, Wendy brains Jack with this thing, the baseball bat, specifically a Louisville Slugger baseball bat, that probably belongs to Danny, like it's his toy, some toy, my goodness. And he's making his way to the maze, and his line of sight is directly towards this baseball bat that's just hanging out on this couch. Okay? So this is interesting. This is very, very interesting. And again, don't forget the radiator. Okay? They're everywhere. Radiators are everywhere. And also these sconces with the fake candles and the little, flame-shaped light bulbs. To me, this looks like some kind of maybe Stanley with the choice of these candles, whether it's the chandeliers or the sconces, is an allusion to the ancient world, or a world the world as it existed before electricity was invented, right? And then the radiator, David Lynch, 100% David Lynch, Eraserhead. Okay, Eraser. And I've been thinking about that movie again too, like the radiators, the Lady in the Radiator, and radiators in general, the way Lynch uses them in Eraserhead, and possibly also like other things. I'm gonna have to check out Twin Peaks again. Oh, and like, oh God, I don't know. I don't even know if I should like say this in this video, but I want to say it before I forget it. No, I'll save it for some other time. I don't think I'll forget it. But again, check out the radiators. Be aware of the radiators in this movie. Also, he's making his way towards the maze, okay? And the lights are all on. The lights are all on. Also, don't forget, this movie is called The Shining. I say that in a lot of these videos. I repeat several times, don't forget, this movie is called The Shining. Don't forget, this movie is called The Shining. And I call us, those of us who are into this, I call us shiners, right? And no, that is not a play on words. I don't mean Shriners, like the Shrine Auditorium here in Los Angeles, or like the Shriner organization. No. I mean shine. I mean, like, look up the word in the dictionary. Shine, to shine, shining. The verb is shining a verb? If running is a verb, then shining is a verb too, or an adjective, whatever it is. That's what you cannot forget, the word shine and the shining. Okay? Shining means to emit or reflect light. Now, whether that's from the sun or from fire or from a light bulb, it doesn't matter. Right? Shining is shining. Or a reflective surface like metal or glass, or a very heavily polished floor, or, anything like that. Also, bear in mind, once again, the movie is called The Shining. Shining is to emit or reflect light. There is such a thing as like true light, natural light, and then there's false light. False light is maybe not necessarily reflected light if it's coming from a natural source, but definitely a light bulb would qualify as false light. And if light is a metaphor, a symbol of knowledge, then natural light, like the sun, is a symbol for natural, proper, true knowledge. And like a light bulb would be a symbol for false knowledge. That's just something to think about. I'm not drawing any conclusions. I'm just saying that, right? Just to let you know, maybe you should keep it in mind. Maybe we should all keep it in mind as we go through this movie and like really try to focus on the way our Stanley, uses light in this movie. Anyway, it's undeniable that he's looking at this baseball bat. Okay, the way his head is turned, like here he's like approaching it and he's looks like he's looking at it, but you can't quite be sure. And now, oh yeah, no, he's this thing has gotten his attention. Okay, so anyway, he's still making his way to the maze, the model of the maze, right? And there he is. He's getting closer to it. Right. Okay. And by the way, oh, I keep stopping. You know what? No, it's my video. I can do whatever I want. Before Jack hides behind this pillar to kill Halloran later in the movie, first he comes down from this staircase that, like, doesn't make any freaking sense at all. So he comes from this weird staircase that probably doesn't lead anywhere. Like, you'll see it when we get to that part of the movie. Like, if he comes from this staircase that doesn't come, oh my god. Like, again, does that really happen? Anyway, he's getting closer and closer to this maze. Now look at the scale model of this maze. The scale model is huge. Okay, and this is the entrance over here, right? This is where Wendy and Danny just entered. Remember when I was talking about like this, the sign with the maze on it, and how in the beginning of the movie when they were getting the tour of the hotel, the sign was here, and then now that Wendy and Danny went in there, they moved the sign to over here. It's not here either. Okay, that's interesting. Right. And like, are these little people on the outside of this maze? Are these little, like, what is this? These little lights or whatever. And that's another thing. Light is extremely important in this movie. Extremely important, especially false light. Anyway, so Jack is grabbing his head. Look at this. So from this shot to this one, like from this to, okay, so let me go back. We just got done with the Louisville Slugger. Okay, he looks right at it. Then he keeps walking towards the maze. As he gets closer to the maze, he lifts his right hand up and grabs and touches his head. That's where Wendy whacks him. With, she whacks him on the head with the baseball bat later on in the Colorado Lounge. And he's touching his head as he's getting closer to this scale model of this maze. Oh my. Oh my. And there goes another radiator. My goodness. Okay, and there he is. Now he's put his hands on his hips, right? And he's looking down. Oh, there's the sign. It's in the wrong place. This is the entrance of the maze. And how do I know that? Because Jack puts his finger there. Okay. He puts his finger right up at the entrance of the scale model of the maze. And we see the scale model. It is enormous. The scale model is enormous. That means the maze is enormous. Just if these, like, look at this. If these are like little people, right? That means, like, come on. Come on. This maze is huge. We should be able to see it somewhere. Either in the front or the back of the hotel. On the aerial shots, it should be readily visible in the beginning of the movie. It is not visible. It's not there. So this thing, and yes, it's here in the lobby on the day when he comes in for his interview. Yeah, it's here when he's making his little phone call to Wendy. You can see it in the background. You can see some old guy looking at it, but from this side over here. I think I figured out the Colorado Lounge and the Gold Room. I want to figure out this maze too. Tankard, where you at? Help me. Tancred has some great ideas. Once again, please do go check out his channel. He does amazing videos. He's very insightful. Him and Mrs. Tancred, too, his wife. They have a lot of really good ideas that they discuss on their channel. So go over there, watch all of his videos. Okay. So anyway, he puts his finger. Jack puts his finger at the entrance of the maze. Okay. Next shot. Here he is. Okay, looking down at the maze, right? And I'm not even so much concerned with Jack in this shot. I'm kind of more interested in just like the perspective of this and making him look like a giant in relation to this maze, but also looking around, right? Looking around him in the lobby. So we got a radiator, television. And the television is interesting because this is the television that's not plugged in later on when Wendy and Danny are down here, right? And she's watching that movie, allegedly. And it's a snowy day and the whole thing. Like, this television is interesting because it's a television that has doors in the front, so you can close the doors when you're not watching the TV. I guess this was meant to look classy and meant to look like not a television if you displayed it in your living room or in the lobby of a hotel. Like, I haven't been to that many hotels, but like when you're sitting in the lobby of a hotel, like, do you really want to watch TV? I mean, even back then, even back in the day, before like everybody had smartphones or whatever, like even now when you go to the doctor's office, like I haven't seen, used to be like there would be TVs and there would be the news on the TV in the waiting room at the doctor's office. I haven't seen that in a while. Like nobody's gonna watch that TV. We all have like our own little TV with our smartphones. Like, what's the point? No more magazines in the waiting room, nothing. But anyway, he's looking down at this maze, and he looks, like a villainous character. But is he really? And I'm getting a better look at this sweater. Hold on. What? Excuse me. Wait a freaking minute. What in the blue fuck? I mean, I say blue because, that's Wendy's color. But wait, are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? Please tell me. This is why I did this. This is why I do this way. Anybody who doubts my methods, get on. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you if you don't like my videos. I'm doing this for a reason. I know it's tedious. But are you all seeing what I'm seeing? I'm going backwards now. Son of a bitch. I sound like Joe Biden now, like that's his favorite cuss word. And no joke. Not a joke. Anyway, you guys, are you seeing what I'm seeing? My good people. My good people. Look at this. Look at this sweater. If you can't see it, I will describe it to you. I mean, what is the point of me making this video if I'm just going to let you do everything for yourself? No. I, as your host, am letting you know. Look at this sweater. Okay, the sleeves are a solid color. Everything above, let me go back another one. Everything above this line is a solid color, including the sleeves and the collar. And then there's the lines, like 1, 2, 3 lines, and then this like kind of cafe au lait brown color underneath this third line. And then we have the hem, I don't know what to call this. I'm not a seamstress, at the bottom. Okay, cool. So it's a multicolored sweater. And from the armpit downward, it's a different color than from the armpit to the neck. Okay, and then hello skis. Hello, skis. I made another discovery. Maybe somebody else has already discovered this, but you know what? I don't care right now. I want to feel good about myself. So shit. So he's wearing the same clothes underneath the sweater, the like slate brown, not brown, excuse me. No, the slate blue button-up shirt with the collar. Okay, jeans and the belt and those damn yellow shoes that I keep mentioning. Hold on, where's the shoes? Gotta get a look at the shoes. Hold on. There they go. Okay, we don't see these shoes though. Like we barely see the shoes. We barely see the shoes, but they're there. We know they're yellow. We saw a better look at them in the Colorado Lounge when he was bouncing the ball off the wall. Okay, so now, again, this freaking sweater. And I think he's wearing the same sweater in the Colorado Lounge. And then all of a sudden, when we switch from this perspective to this perspective, it's a different sweater. No freaking way. No freaking way. Stanley. Wait, it should be. Hold on, let me see. Maybe I've lost my mind. Hold on. Because that wouldn't surprise me at all. Maybe it's just the back of the sweater. No, it's not the back of the sweater because we see it from this angle. And this this cafe au lait color wraps around. Hold on. Ah. Hold on. Oh, come on now. Come on now. Okay, he grabs his. Yeah. Look. Look. Look at this line. It's so from the back it extends to the front under his armpit, and then to the front of the sweater, the cardigan, right? And there it is. We see this same like division from the upper part and the lower part of the sweater, and then okay, and then yeah, we should the this down here. Look at it. It's gray. This is a solid gray sweater. From one shot to another. It's a multicolored sweater in this shot. And then down here, yeah, no, this is a solid. Wait a minute. I know like the lapel or whatever this is called where the buttons are. It's a different color than the cafe au lait, but still it's not big enough to hide it. Especially, look. Wait a freaking minute. Is he wearing a completely different freaking sweater? Yeah, I think he is. I think it seems like a different texture too. Hold on, yup. Holy shit. Holy shit. Wait a minute. Am I, again, I want to make sure. Yeah. We don't really see like a really good close-up of this particular sweater, but it looks like a solid color and it looks smoother than this. This has these like, I don't know what to call them, ribs knitted into the texture of this. Oh my God, if I'm right. Again, yeah, look at this part here, under like his arm is extended, his right arm. This should be cafe au lait color, this little Stanley. He's done it to us again. Yeah, this should be cafe au lait color. It is not. What the hell? What did he get two different sweaters for him to wear? Is this a matter of lighting? Is this... I am wondering about my own sanity right now. Am I just seeing things? Is this the same sweater or is it a different sweater? You guys help me out. Is this... like what the... oof. I wish I'd have seen this sooner. I would have researched it for you. But, you know, that's why I do it this way. You never know what you might notice. Again, it should be a markedly different color between here and down here, it should be noticeably different. It is not. It's the same freaking color gray as the top part and this. And he's looking down at the maze, and we get like this idea that he can see Wendy and Danny as they got to the center of the maze. Again, look at this thing. It is huge. You should be able to see this from the aerial photo or the aerial footage. You cannot. It's a lie. Okay, so here they are. Danny and Wendy have made it to the center of the maze. Yay. I guess that's some kind of an achievement. Whatever. And if you want to like go through this maze and see whether or not there are any letters or patterns in here that stick out to you, please be my guest. I don't have time for that right now. But look at this maze. And we're zooming in. We're zooming in. Stanley is zooming us in. And that's why I took so many screenshots of this, as the camera gets closer and closer and closer to the center of this maze. Okay? Are you noticing something? Again, I'm wondering about my own sanity. This is the last shot. Okay? I'll show you again. So we go from this to this. Zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom in. It's hard to see, especially on my crappy copy. Zoom in. 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 And the last zoom in. I see Wendy very clearly, because she's wearing that red jacket. But you know what I don't see? And again, y'all can help me out. If you have a better copy of this movie, a crisper copy, or if you just have better eyes than I do. Okay, my glasses are expired. I need to go get new ones. Where's Danny? This is the closest we zoom in, right? This is the closest that he zooms us into this part of this here. I don't know if this is real. I don't know if this is like aerial footage or overhead footage of some maze. Like, did they build this huge ass maze just for this movie? I don't know. But doesn't matter. Check it out. I see her very clearly, right? But what I don't see is Danny. Is he there? Is he there? Or is he just shorter than her and not wearing like an eye-catching color like red, and that's why we can't see him? If she's alone in this maze, I see that, again, her figure, because she's wearing red, is easy to make out, easy to see. But Danny, does he blend in with like this gravel down here? I don't know. But I don't see him. I should be able to see him at least a little bit. They're there together. Like, I'm trying to see Danny. I really am. And it's very hard to see him. All I can see, especially in this last, most closest, like, close-up shot of this, all I can see is Wendy. I see no sign of Danny. You all take a look, too. Of course, in the next shot, we see Wendy and Danny. But it's not the same lighting as this. The sunshine, or I don't know if that is sunshine, but the light in this perspective of it is much stronger than the light in this one. And again, oh my goodness. Like, oh. I threw these slides together. I did all my screenshots, all 128 of them. And then I put them together and what have you. I didn't take a very good look at everything. Except the Winnie the Pooh and the tricycle and that thing. And the Louisville Slugger. And now, I just noticed Jack's possibly, I'm not sure about this yet. And I don't know if I ever will be. But Jack's like changing sweater in that scene with the scale model of the maze. Oh boy. And here, is Wendy with Danny in this maze? If again, the maze that I believe doesn't exist, or is she alone? Again, where is his ray gun? Where is it? Where did it go to? Don't tell me that's a continuity error. please don't insult my intelligence like that. Not that I'm very intelligent to begin with, but I think you know what I mean. Like, this don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. And they're walking around, and Wendy keeps saying how beautiful it is. It's not beautiful, Wendy. It's just a green-ass, boring-ass maze. And who is trimming any of this? Where are the gardeners? Where are the landscapers? Okay. Anyway, and here is, this is the last shot of them in the maze. Again, where did his ray gun go to? If it's supposed to be a ray gun, it was with him in the scene where he's eating a peanut butter jelly sandwich, and it was with him when he entered this maze. All of a sudden, gone. And did he take his glove off? Where's the freaking glove? He was wearing red gloves. Oh my God, wait a minute. Yep. Oh. You guys. Yeah, I've convinced myself that I'm a little bit crazy. Okay? Hopefully in a good way. Yeah, but his ray gun is gone. Ray gun is gone, and so are his red gloves. At least the one on his right hand. Stanley. In my opinion, there is no maze. So Wendy and Danny, where did they go? If this is even happening in real life, Danny is losing shit. He's losing his ray gun. He lost his gloves. What the hell? And Jack's sweater changes, and I told you about the Winnie the Pooh doll, and the whole thing, and the Bugs Bunny stuffed animal on Danny's tricycle in the circle where Halloran dies. Ugh! Stanley is doing a number on us, and he is not playing any freaking games. Nope. He's saying, pay attention. You sons of bitches, pay attention. All right, you might learn something. I think that is Stanley's overriding message in this movie. Pay attention. Pay attention. Observe, scrutinize, use your brain. Use it in ways that you've never used it before to try to figure out this movie. And you will learn something. You will learn something about life, about the world, about yourself, about, culture, history, whatever. You will learn how to tell the difference between when you're being deceived and when you're not. I think that's what he's trying to teach us. In general, he's trying to get people to really use their freaking eyes and really think. That's Stanley is a teacher. That's what I think he did with The Shining, and he does it in so many different brilliant ways. Anyway, moving on. Tuesday. Okay. So like I said, all of this, all right, all of this happens on the same day that she serves him breakfast in bed. And that's a month after they got to the hotel. All that happens in the same day. And he's bouncing the ball off the walls and looking at all the stuff. That happens a month after closing day. Okay, and then after that day, whatever day it happens to be, I don't think he tells us what day of the week that is. He doesn't tell us. It says a month later, I'm pretty sure. And then it says after that a month later, and we just see what happens a month later. And then after that, after a month later, oh, here we go, it's Tuesday. That tells me nothing. And again, Tankard, please chime in. You have your theory about you don't think they've been there for a whole month. You know what? I don't know. You might be right. You might be right. What is time even? Especially when you're dealing with the unconscious human mind. What is time? I don't know. But anyway, Stanley is telling us that it's Tuesday. As who cares? Tuesday. So what? A couple of minutes ago it was a month later. Now it's Tuesday. Who gives a shit? I'm sorry, I'm having too much fun. Anyway, and we get another exterior shot of the hotel. The lights are on over here and over here. And here's that damn little car. Like I said, they need to put that shit in the garage because, like, I mean, who the hell would just leave their car out there and they're not driving it, they're not going anywhere with it? Or are they? Who the hell knows? Maybe Stanley's trying to tell us something. Like, maybe Jack is making little trips. Because if you're going to be somewhere for however long, like months and months, like I would put that car in the garage and I would maybe not keep it there all the time, but especially if it's going to be snowing and it's going to be cold as hell weather, like, yeah, there's like really no reason to take that car out, especially if they're snowed in. But before they get snowed in, like you could take little trips up and down the mountain, which is maybe what Jack does as Wendy's behavior becomes increasingly, like, concerning. I don't know. But here we go again. Here's another shot. Same thing. I did 3 screenshots of this to the fade in. Okay, so, hold on. Let me take a look at something real quick in my slides. Yeah, okay, cool. Anyway, let me go back. Here we are. Yeah. So the external of the hotel. And we see like these lights are on. Okay, again, this does not match the facade of the hotel that we see in the last part of the movie when Danny's like sliding down the snow that's accumulated up against the build. Nope. No. So I don't know what the hell we're looking at. Like, oh, that mother. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. I just thought of something while I was looking at this photo. Shit. Okay. You know what? Let me take a little break. I'll be right back. I'm getting dry. I'm going to have some coffee. Don't worry, you won't hear me slurping. But I'll be right back and I will tell you what... Ooh, Stanley. Lord, 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 my good God in heaven. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me take my little break. My brain's tired and I'm dry. Hold on. Okay, I'm back from my little break. So you guys, I said I was going to say something. Let me not for right now. I think I'm wrong about something, so let me just keep it to myself. But what I do want to look at this point in the video is the script slug. Okay? And this is from the beginning when they first enter the maze, Wendy and Danny. Right? Remember the thing? You have to keep... He says... Wendy says, no, okay, the loser has to keep America clean. How's that? And Danny says, all right. And then Wendy says, and you're going to lose. And I'm going to get you. You better run fast. Look out. I'm coming in close. All right? Question mark. Okay. And then Danny says, you'll have to keep America clean. I covered this in the last video. And then they get in the base. And Wendy, like, I guess she doesn't want to run. She doesn't have the energy of a small child. So she says, okay, Danny, you win. Let's take the rest of this walking, huh? Question mark. He says, okay, oh. I don't know what that O is for, but okay. Then Wendy says, give me your hand. And then, oh, isn't it beautiful? Danny says, yeah, whatever. Wendy and Danny Backstone. Okay, camera tracks forward after them. Wendy, here's a dead end. Okay, cool. They turn at the end, dead end, and walk away along maze. Camera tracks after them. Okay, then we get into the lobby, and this is what we're looking at now in the lobby. Jack, back to the camera, bounces ball on floor and catches it. Then he throws it away to BG. Background, whatever. He walks away to model of maze on table by window. Camera tracks forward after him. He stops by model and leans on table. They don't mention him looking at that bat. None of it. Okay, shooting over model of maze on table to Jack looking down at it. Jack looking down, okay. Then we get into the maze. High angle shooting down on maze. Wendy and Danny move through it. Okay, I don't know. I didn't see Danny, but I could be wrong. Wendy, again, she says, oh, what a maze. Isn't it beautiful? Danny says, yeah. And then Danny and Wendy walk forward through maze. Camera tracks back before them. So this is, I guess, where we shift perspective from above the maze to inside of it. And Wendy says, it's so pretty. Danny says, yeah. Wendy says, I didn't think it was going to be this big, did you? Danny says, no. Okay. All right. So now here we are. Okay. External hotel dusk. Okay. Hotel. Mountain in BG background. All right. Then we dissolve to this, right? Wendy in the kitchen, opening that big ass can of fruit cocktail. Libby's fruit cocktail. Okay, and then right next to her, or right next to the thing on the counter, there's a loaf of bread, open loaf of bread, bag of bread, enriched bread, Star. That's, I guess, the brand name. And it's got yellow. Oh boy. It's got red letters, yellow stars, blue background for the stars. It's supposed to be reminiscent of the American flag. But these are also Wendy's colors. Okay, the blue that she usually wears. Okay, the red that is also located somewhere on her. We can't see it in this shot. We'll see it later. But she's wearing red boots. And then usually yellow. If she's wearing shoes, they're usually yellow. Okay, but anyway, let me get back to the script. Hold on. And Wendy's hands, there she is, in the hotel kitchen. Wendy's hands taking lid off can. Camera tracks back to table with portable TV set on it. Okay, cool. The set is switched on. Portable or not, like, I don't know, maybe we did have TVs back in the early 80s that had batteries, but were those very reliable? I don't think so, but whatever. Okay, so the woman announcer. This is important. That's why I brought up the script. Anyway, let me get back to this. So she's opening the big ass can. Okay, cool. And behind her, we see all this stuff in the kitchen, all the equipment, pots, pans, whatever, ladles hanging from the ceiling, whatever that is. Okay, the fruit cocktail. She's opening a big ass can of fruit cocktail. There's the bread. Okay, then, and we see some, what is this? Pickles, relish, whatever. There was a lot of it in the dry goods room. Okay, she's taken the lid off of the can of the fruit cocktail. Then we see this coffee machine and a coffee pot. The machine is on. Okay, cool. So they're not drinking Sanka. You don't put Sanka through a coffee maker, for those of you who don't know. And then we see the TV. There it is. Okay, there. She's opening up the lid. And then this announcer woman on the TV has said something that seems to have caught Wendy's attention because her eye line, her line of sight is right towards that TV. Okay. And she takes the lid off it. She takes it off the can opener. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, coffee. All right. Yeah, coffee, pickles, bread, fruit cocktail. Okay, she's wearing this ridiculous blue outfit and the apron. All right, and in the background, you all looky, there's 7-Up. Okay. There go the 7-Up. All right. I don't know why it's there. I thought it was in that hallway, and now we see it again in the kitchen when you least expect it, right? There it is. 7-Up. It seems to be like right next to a fire extinguisher on the wall too. Y'all let me know. Right? And here we go again. Okay, she's making... Okay, there's the milk. Let me check on something really, really quick, and I shall be right back. Okay, you guys. Okay, I checked on it. So in the background, like I said, coffee, pickles, bread, fruit cocktail. There it is. Um, the carton of milk. If you remember from my non-alcoholic beverage video that I did, I used this list from ice cream. Okay. Um, where is it? Yeah, there it is. Robertson's. Not Robertson's. No, Roberts milk. And then in the background here, we have, I guess that's it, right? That's the brand. Robert's milk. And then next to it, what looks like a big jug of apple cider vinegar. All right, I could be wrong. What's on the table? Plates. She's got several different kind of plates here. Hold on. She's got coffee cups with saucers and the teaspoon for stirring the coffee. There's the dinner plate. Next to the dinner plate is like a little plate, I guess, for the bread or whatever. Cutlery, right? There's, I think it's spoon and knife on one side and the fork on the other, right? So she's setting this table nice. She wants it nice. And then we have more, I guess, ketchup, mustard, relish. Okay. Another little urn for the coffee, water glasses, like I said, coffee cups. There seems to be a milk glass over here. Is that for Danny or no? No, I guess this is Danny's place setting. Hold on. And I'm going to go through this again. I'm just watching this. Okay, so Danny's place setting doesn't have a coffee cup. Children don't usually drink coffee, at least not in the United States. So that's how we know where Danny's going to sit. And also this side of the table, he's got his little toys here. He's got these two little vehicles. I don't know what they are. This seems like a little blue van, again in Wendy's colors, red and blue. And then we have this yellow vehicle. What is this, like a dump truck or like construction equipment? But whatever it is, whatever kind of vehicle this is supposed to be, this toy version, is yellow. So that makes me think of their car, the VW Bug, the yellow VW Bug. Okay. Then we have this bowl. She's about to pour this into this huge bowl. Okay. All right. Again. Interesting. Hello again. I took another little break to research something, but you'll see why in a second. Anyway, Wendy's listening to this news broadcast on this very questionable TV. Where does the battery go? I don't know. It says portable, but that doesn't mean wireless. At least it didn't mean that in the late 1970s. Again, I pointed out the 7-Up and all the products and okay. And the table settings and everything. She's got this table laid pretty well. And she's opening the fruit cocktail. Yeah. And with the dinner knife. Okay, she's opening it and she's pouring out all that huge amount of fruit, like the bottomless can of fruit cocktail is being poured out into this bowl. Okay? And she's listening to this news broadcast. As she's doing it, she's intently focused on this. For some reason, this news show has got her attention. Then there's a little bit of syrup that drips out of the side of the can. She scoops that up with her finger, and then, she licks her finger, I think. I guess I didn't catch that one, but that's okay. You can watch the movie yourself and see her lick her finger. Okay, like I said, the van, the little car, newspapers, where are they coming from? I don't know. The paper boy is stopping by, even though the hotel is closed and they're all alone and whatever. Okay, cool. So this, thankfully, in the script, they have a transcript of what the woman announcer on the news was saying. So here we go. Okay, so she's opening the lid of the can. Okay, and she goes to the table with the portable TV set. The set is switched on. Woman announcer. Here she goes. Rutherford was serving a life sentence for his conviction in the 1968 shooting. And I think they should have put a period there. There's like a bunch of typos in this script, but whatever. Rutherford was serving a life, and I looked, that's what I paused a little while ago, and I looked up Rutherford, 1968, shooting, life sentence. Couldn't find a damn thing. Nothing to do with anybody named Rutherford, first or last name. Nope. Nothing about a shooting in 1968. Nothing about serving a life sentence. But, I mean, why is that there? Why did he put that in the woman announcer's script for this portion of the movie? I don't know. I have no idea. But it catches Wendy's attention. Maybe, like, she knows these people. Maybe, you know, this is something that she read about in the news. Maybe it's a national event and not something specific to Colorado. Maybe this happened back in, I don't know, Vermont. I have no idea. Anyway, so I couldn't find any information about this Rutherford, this part of it. Okay, but that's where it ends. And then the woman announcer goes on to say, and the search continues in the mountains near Ouray today for that missing Aspen woman. There we go. Wendy carries tin to bowl on table. Okay. And the woman announcer continues, 24-year-old Susan Robertson has been missing 10 days. She disappeared while on a hunting trip with her husband. They have good weather right now, but they may have to call off the search if the predicted snowstorm moves in tomorrow. Okay. All right. Let me just go and show you right away. So I pointed out the milk behind Wendy in this shot, right? Remember ice cream? Robert's milk. Not Robertson's. No, not Robertson's. But they're talking about Susan Roberts on the TV while you can very clearly see this, I think it's this brand of milk in the background. Is that a coincidence? I don't know. But y'all let me know in the comments what you think. So here we go. Susan Robertson has been missing for 10 days. 24-year-old Susan Robertson has been missing 10 days. She disappeared while on a hunting trip with her husband. They have good weather right now, but they may have to call off the search if the predicted snowstorm moves in tomorrow. Okay. So it's kind of obvious that, like, Susan's husband murdered her. You know, they went on a hunting trip, Susan and her husband, and she's been missing. Yeah, so they don't say the husband is missing. No, they say that Susan is missing, and she's been missing for 10 days. And they're gonna have to call off the search if the predicted snowstorm moves in tomorrow. Okay. All right. Don't that sound suspicious to you? So basically the husband is gonna get away with it. You know. I don't know. Maybe this is where, like, if Wendy is mentally ill and she's, like, paranoid about stuff, and, like, hearing something like this on the news about Susan missing for 10 days while on a hunting trip with her husband, maybe that's what makes her paranoid that Jack is trying to kill her. You know, maybe that's just enough suggestion for somebody like her with what, you know, the possible mental issues that she might have. That's enough to trigger her imagination to run wild. Okay, because, like, after this scene here, and she's listening to this on the news about Susan Robertson being missing for 10 days, after like a hunting trip with her husband. Okay. It's after this scene that Jack talks all mean to her in the Colorado lounge. Keep that in mind. Let me finish that part of the script. Okay, and then the woman announcer continues, if the predicted snowstorm moves in, and the woman announcer continues, but it's so beautiful here in Denver today, it's hard to believe a snowstorm could be that close. And the man announcer says, I know. I want to go outside and lie in the sun. Yet to our north, to our west, it is snowing and cold, and it's moving right here towards Colorado, right now as we talk. It's incredible. Woman announcer says, I know. Okay. Okay. So, snowstorms coming in. But it's so beautiful in Denver today. It's hard to believe a snowstorm could be that close. And the man announcer, he wants to go outside and lie in the sun. Listen, I'm from Los Angeles. You can do that just about any time. Lie in the sun. So I don't understand, like, people when they say that. Like, why would you want to lie in the sun? I'm sick of it. It's gonna rain again, like in a couple, or tonight even. Like, I don't know. In Los Angeles, it's supposed to start raining again today. Ugh, and then like 3 days of rain again. Oh my goodness. But anyway, so I don't know. Like, again, we're still in late November. A month later. Remember, a month later, and then all of a sudden Tuesday. So maybe it's more than a month later. He doesn't tell us which Tuesday. Like, we don't know. But all of a sudden, we went, like, Wendy and Danny, they went on their little voyage or whatever in the maze. And, like, it was not warm enough for her to not wear a jacket and for her to not put him in a jacket. And Jack is inside and he's wearing a sweater. So even though the heater and the radiators and whatever might be on, what is up with that? Anyway, so, Wendy's listening intently to this news report about Susan Robertson and the snowstorm and whatever. Oh boy. And I just kind of read to you what the woman announcer and the man announcer say. Okay. And then, okay, now this is interesting to me, right? She empties the fruit cocktail. Again, like, and we were talking about it in the comments too. I don't know who it was. Was it Gershom or somebody else? But like that bottomless can of fruit cocktail, that is just weird. I mean, I know that's the cans they have in the dry goods room, but it's just still weird. Like, and where's the other food? I just thought of that. I mean, I'm assuming she's preparing dinner because this looks like a dinner table set to me, right? Where's the food? All I've seen is fruit cocktail, sliced bread, milk, coffee, and vinegar. And condiments. But, like, again, this looks like they're going to have hot dogs. Ketchup, mustard, relish. Come on now. Where's the food at? And, I mean, are they going to have hot dogs and then, like, fruit cocktail for dessert? Jesus H. Christ. Oh, my God. And again, I pointed out the 7-Up. Am I missing anything? I don't know. This has been a long video already. I'm kind of, like, getting tapped out. Anyway, she's listening very, very intently to this news this news story, right? Seems to be a story that interests her quite a bit. Okay, all right. Anyway, whatever. And now we know where Danny sits at the table. And we know, I assume this is where Wendy sits. And again, where Jack sits, it's very uncomfortable to sit because there's that crossbar at the bottom. I don't know. So anyway, we go from this to this. Now, wait a minute. What was I going to say about this now? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So, we are looking at Wendy from the perspective of, I believe, Halloran's office, like that corner. Okay? All right, so keep that in mind. That is another like thing here, right? Anyway, so here we go. Here we go again. Danny riding around on his tricycle on the second floor. And how do we know it's the second floor? This. Again, I've seen people, videos, don't really remember where I saw it, where people say, oh no, Danny starts on the first floor and he ends up on the second floor. Not here. Not in this scene. Maybe some other scene where he's riding around, but no. So he's riding around, right? And this is our last part of this video, where he's riding around on his tricycle in the vicinity of room 237. Okay. Now, yeah, he's going down this hallway. Again, these rooms are weird. He's rolling down the hallway. You know, and when you look at the layout of the hotel and everything, I don't know which rooms, whether it's to the left or the right of this hallway, but like there's a whole row of rooms that like shouldn't have windows. So I don't know what's up with that. But we're just gonna go, right? He's going, right? He's going, and he's crossing this area, like this landing or whatever, that's above the Colorado Lounge. And so to the left over here, these arches, that's where you, if you went to those railings, you would be able to see the Colorado Lounge. This is not the first floor. This is the second floor. All right, see these railings here? Yeah, that's the second floor. Overlooking the Colorado Lounge. And this part is right above where Jack's desk is. Okay, so the opposite of the Colorado Lounge is those stairs. Okay, so again, more stairs in front of him, I guess leading to the third floor. All right, and he's riding around on his tricycle, okay? And this is disorienting. This is very disorienting because, wait a minute, hold on now. Wait a minute. Okay, so here's the elevator over here. And let's see, when he goes around the corner, on the other side of this elevator shaft are doors. So like, how is there enough room for like both an elevator and a hotel room? Maybe I'm missing something, but y'all, I'm sure you're gonna help me out in the comments. I know it. I know you guys are gonna help. Then there's this random ass rollaway bed. Okay. These rooms are freaking weird. So he's going towards the place where he came from. Okay. Like, okay, so, what the hell? So, okay, let me start again. Hold on. See, this might take longer than I thought it would. Okay, so here he is, riding. Yeah, there's an elevator. There's this door with a stairs leading. It says exit once again. Okay, and he's riding towards. Okay. All right, and he's getting close to his stop here. Okay, so he's turning left. All right, he's riding past these elevators. All right, cool. All right, okay. There it goes. He keeps going. Again, like, are these rooms on this right wall even possible? I don't know. Then he approaches this right turn. Again, he came from this hallway that he's approaching now. All right? Let me go back. Right. Okay, so he's approaching the hallway that he came from. I think. Okay. So he's like, is this room 237 to his right here? I don't know. You guys tell me. Right? Elevator, doors, doors, doors. Is this room 237? The one that he's, this one, this double door. I can't see the number. And Stanley did it again. He made it impossible to see the number because of the glare from the light. So if this is room 237, like, good luck figuring it out. You can't see. All right, so we're riding past what I believe is room 237. I could be wrong. Okay, all right. Then he comes in, makes his left turn. All right, left turn, moving towards the elevator. Another elevator. Lots of elevators in this weird ass hotel. Why so many elevators? All red too. Really weird. Okay, moving. Okay, right turn. Right turn, right turn. Are these rooms even possible on the left side? I'm sorry, on the right side. Okay, moving towards where he came from. Okay, this is, see this double door? This double door on the left, to Danny's left-hand side. All right. That's the double door from this. You can see it as he approaches it. Okay? In the beginning part of this. Okay? There it is. Wait a minute. Wait a freaking minute. Hold on. Hold the ooh. Okay, yeah, it is. It is the same double door. It is the same double door. With the same plant and everything. Okay, so anyway, let me get back to that double door. Okay. So riding. Yeah. 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 There's the double door. Okay. I'm trying to see if you can see like the fire bells. Again, red. You can't see it. You can't see them. They're obscured by the walls on the right side. So you can't really see them, and he doesn't get close enough to be able to see them, but so I can't tell whether or not they've been moved. You know what I mean? So, okay, here we are. Right. Now he's turning right. Right. Okay. Where is he going now? He's riding past this. This is what pissed me off. Like, I've seen videos where people say he's in this scene. I think it's in this scene that he starts off on the first floor, ends up on the second floor, because, and they say, oh, look at this railing. No, he doesn't start off on the first floor. Not in this scene. Okay? So I wish people would just stop lying. If I remember these, videos or whatever correctly that I watched. Okay, moving on. Okay, so this is it, though. Room 237. Yeah, he's been here already. This is where he came from. So why is he looking at these doors like he's never seen them before? He was just freaking there. Right? 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 Okay, let me go back to the beginning. Where I think he passes by room 237. Yeah, there's the elevator. Right? There's the elevator. Hold on. I'm messing with this now, but yeah, there's the elevator. Over here. There's the elevator. Right? To the Danny's right side. And then in this shot, The elevator is on his left. Of course it is. So he starts here, and then he ends up down the hall over here, but turned around. Okay, so let's do that again, right? Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. There it goes, there it goes, there it goes, right? There it goes. Okay, so he rides. Yep. Yeah, the rooms on the other side of this elevator shaft appear to be impossible rooms. Oh my God, Stanley, why you mess with us like this? Anyway, he keeps going, going, passes this double-doored room. Okay, then keeps going. Goes back to where he started, the hallway where he started. Okay, cool. Moving in, moving in, moving in. Okay, there he is. Now, all of a sudden, after already passing by room 237. All right? He's already been here. He already rode past, but in the other direction. In the opposite direction. Did it catch his attention before? I don't know. Let's look. Nope. Nope. Let me see it again. Hold on. What the oh, shit. Hold on a minute. Let me look at something again. And I'm doing this as you are watching me. Okay, so the chair is there. Okay, I said maybe the chair had moved. Nope. The chair didn't move, but something else did. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Keep an eye out. This thing. This socket on the wall. It's right across. Okay, so the door across from room 237. Okay, let's count. So this is the corner. All right, so this is the corner over here. So 1, 2 doors, and then light socket. This door is across from room 237. Okay, so this electric outlet, not light socket. Sorry, electric outlet is supposed to be down here on the wall. Okay, right. So from the corner, we count 1, 2 single doors on this side of the hallway, and across the hallway there's a single door, and then there's room 237 over here. And it looks like somebody's been messing with this door. Like, why is it not perfectly flush? But that's neither here nor there right now. Okay, light socket. Not light socket, but you know what I mean. Electrical outlet. Let me see. Hold on. If we can see that again. Oh, okay, I'm going backwards. I'm starting again. Okay, he's riding, yeah, and here's the light socket. Okay, so room 237, there's an ashtray over here, light socket over here. Okay, let's see whether or not we're going to see that light socket again. I keep calling it a light socket. I'm sorry, you know what I mean, right? Electrical outlet. It is getting very late, and I've been talking for a long time. So please forgive me if I sound a little loopy. Pardon the pun, too. So he's looping around this, okay? Okay, all right. So moving in, moving in, moving in, moving in. Okay, so room 237, ashtray, single door, double door, ashtray, room 237. So the light socket should be around here somewhere. My cursor is under his arm, but on the wall here. Okay. Okay, where is it? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Okay, so is this it? Okay, it's the same light socket. All right. Okay. All right. Cool. Wait. Okay, so the light socket is right under this picture on the wall. Let me see if the picture is there in the earlier thing. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Eesh. Okay. Yeah, picture, light socket. Yep. All these doors are closed. All right, so we have elevator. After the elevator, there we have one door. And, oh yeah, this is hard to track. 1, 2 doors. Okay, ashtray outside of room 237. Oh no, we have 2 more doors after the ashtray. Hold on. Yeah. Door, ashtray, room 237. And then, after room 237, 2 more doors, all closed. I think you know why I'm saying that. Okay, so the light socket, okay, it was there before and then it's there when we pass by it again. I'm trying to see if there are any differences between the room 237 hallway from the beginning to the end of this loop. Please bear with me. Okay, moving in. Okay, so wait a minute. Okay, door, room 237. Room 237. Ashtray. Door. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. So, now I'm looking at doorknobs. Okay? So you see where the doorknobs are as he approaches room 237. Are they on the same place before? Okay. So, hold on. Ugh, come on, don't do this to me. Okay, so these are the 2 doors before room 237. And room 237, room 237. Ashtray. Okay, so these 2 doors on the opposite side of room 237. The door on the left has its doorknob on the left side. The door on the right has the doorknob on the right side. Easy to remember. Awesome. Okay, let me go back. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Okay, so hold on. Oh, no, wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. What did I just see? Okay, all right. No, looks checks out. Okay, left, right. Okay, the door next to room 237, this door. What side is the doorknob on? Oh, God. I always have to start from the beginning. I am sorry. Okay. Okay, there's room 237. And then there's the doorknob is on the right side of the door, next to the door that's next to room 237. Okay. Right side. Okay. All right, so here we go. I'm just trying to... You guys let me know if you see anything weird or whatever. Okay? And I'm going to check this door too, because why not? While we're here. Oh, come on. Okay, the door on the right side of room 237, the doorknob is on the right side. It's almost like Stanley planned this. Wow. Okay, hold on. Okay, right side. Okay. All right. Cool. And then after this, like he's writing he was just here and now all of a sudden he's looking at room 237 like he's never seen it before. He just saw it a minute ago. He just saw it a frickin' minute ago. Oh, hold on. Let me check on something. Again. I'm still having trouble with like that wall, the electrical outlet. Okay, there it is. Is it here or is it right after the door that's after the elevator? Hold on. Oh, this is what I do, by the way, my good people. This is what I do. Okay. Door after the elevator. Okay, door and the second door after the elevator. And then the light socket. Okay, so door, light socket. Ugh. Tedious, I know. But this is what you do. This is what you go through if you want to figure something out. Like, for real. Figure something out. Dang it. Okay, hold on. One more time. And I promise that'll be it. One more time and that'll be it. Okay. Second door. Light socket. Okay. 1, 2. Okay. One more time. Okay. Okay. My curiosity has been satisfied. I checked the doorknobs. I checked the light socket. I checked the ashtray. I checked everything. It seems like he hasn't altered anything between Danny's first trip and second trip down this hallway. Okay, so he's looking at room 237 like he's never seen it before. Okay, cool. Now, then we get this perspective of the room. And is it just me, or does it look like this little part at the top of the double doors in the between them? Does it look like that's light coming through the gap, or is that just the glare? But the glare is down here. It's not up here. Is light coming from inside the room? Is that what got his attention? Don't forget, this movie is called The Shining. So this light, is this light in the top, in between the two doors? I don't know. I really, really don't know. But Danny is staring at this double door intensely. Room 237. Okay. There he is. Right? There he is. And then back here. What the hell is going on? Is this little line of what looks like light coming through the gap in the two doors? Is that a glare or is that light? Because it's not down here. And it's not even here where there actually is a glare from the lights in the hallway. It's out at the very top of the gap in the two doors. I don't know. And again, this door looks like it's been messed with. Why is it not perfectly, like, flush? You know? What is up? What is up? Danny is looking at it. He just saw it. Maybe I should look at it again. Yeah. Yeah? There it is. He goes right past it. Here it is. Here it is. To the right, here. Here it is. Okay. Don't make no sense. But this hallway is awfully shiny. Isn't it? Yeah? Okay, so he makes his little loop. Okay. And then, like, basically proves to us why these rooms on this side of the hallway across from room 237 basically shouldn't exist. Or if they do exist, they have no windows, which is creepy. Okay? Anyway. Okay. And then, yeah. And then, again, like I said, these on the right side of him here, these rooms also have no windows, or they just are impossible because they're on the other side of that elevator wall, and there's no way that these rooms have windows on the right side of the hallway. No way in hell. Okay? There, here we go. He's turning the corner, riding towards room 237. And like I said again, the first time he passed by it, didn't catch his eye, didn't catch his attention, didn't even look at it, as far as I know. Now he's riding past it, and it seems important somehow. It's got his attention. And we're seeing it from this perspective. Like, there's his head, there's his arm, there's the bars of the tricycle. So he's filming this from like way down below. From the floor. Beneath Danny. Beneath his tricycle. Like, what the hell? And there he is. He looks scared. Okay, Halloran told him. He ain't got no business going in there. Alright? And this is where my slide presentation and those 3 minutes, right up until minute 42, ironically enough, of the movie finishes for my segment here, for part 14 of Understanding The Shining. Alright? Now, I don't know what to think of any of this, you guys. I hope I haven't confused you. All right, let me do one more run through of this. Okay, so this is where, like, after Wendy is done listening to this ghoulish story on the news, then we cut to this. Okay, and he's riding. There he goes. There he goes. There he goes. There he goes. Turning left. Passing the elevators. Okay. There we go. This is the landing above the Colorado Lounge. Okay. Turns right. Okay. Makes another right. Keeps going. Keeps going. Keeps going. Keeps going. Another right. There you go. He's turned right. Going back to where he came from. The same hallway he came from when we first started this sequence. Passed by room 237. Now he's passing by it again, but from the opposite direction. First time, didn't pay any attention to it. Second time, all of a sudden, he looks at it. Okay. All right. What the hell? Okay. All right. So that's it. I think I'm done. I'm running up on 2 hours for this video. I hope I said something. I hope I showed you something. I hope I give you something to think about. And this is the part of the script, right? So, yeah. The Wendy's listening to the news. Okay, the corridors. Danny back to camera on tricycle, pedals away along corridors. Camera tracks after him. He looks at door. Camera left, slows down, stopping. Okay. Danny in foreground, number 237 on door in background. Danny looking at number. Danny in foreground, number 237 on door in background. Oh, so cut. Okay. Corridor, Danny in foreground gets... Oh, so this is on the next episode of Understanding The Shining. This is what we're going to cover. Him getting off of this tricycle, moving right to left to the door of room 237. He looks at the number, then reaches out to door handle and turns it. Door doesn't open. He looks up at the number. MS, again, I forgot what this means. MS, two Grady girls holding hands. Okay, we're going to talk about this next time, but I'm just getting you prepped for next time. MS, Danny looking up at number on door. He moves left to right to his tricycle. Camera pans with him. He sits on tricycle and pedals fast away along corridor. Okay. Two Grady girls. So he's making a visual connection. Stanley is between the double doors of room 237 and the two Grady twins, the little girls. And like I said, I think those two little girls might be the two different sides of Wendy's split personality. Okay, y'all. Okay, so we're at the end. So now I'm gonna do my church announcements real quick. New viewers, thank you for being new. Returning viewers, thank you for returning. Subscribers, all 392 of you, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it so much. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video if you know somebody who might like it. Liking the video helps me a lot. It's supposed to push me out into the algorithm. You know, I'm having a blast with these videos. If you made it this far, if you made it, you know, you've been listening to me ramble on for 2 hours, you're just freaking awesome. And I thank you so, so very, very much for being so awesome. It means a lot to me. It really does. And I can't wait to see the comments. I might not have a lot of time or energy or strength or whatever to reply to every single last one of you, but I do see the comments. Now I've kind of figured out how to see all of them. Can't wait to read whatever it is that you've got to say about whatever I've said here or whatever I've shown you here. If you think I got something wrong, please don't hesitate to let me know. You know, don't be mean. Don't be mean. But you could totally let me know if you think I'm wrong. I am very open to criticism because I know that I could definitely be wrong about anything and everything I say here. I know that that is an ever-present possibility. So let me know in the comments what you think, your opinions, your observations of my observations, and etc., and so on and so forth. Anyway, I think I'm done. So I need to go like pick a thumbnail, do the description, pick a title, the whole thing. But until next time, you guys, until, you know, part 15 of Understanding the Shining with, you know, Miss M, I'm going to go ahead and bid you bye-bye. So, bye-bye, everybody.